You passed. Good. Out of the 7 teams who've attempted my test so far, you're the only group to pass all 5 waves. The rest managed to beat the first 4, though Team Sorthis lost all but 1 individual in the process. They'll need additional training, Ezreal said, sitting back in her chair as she cleaned under her fingernails with a dagger. Hopefully one of the remaining 4 teams proves competent enough to surprise me. The Alicia looked much like she usually did, with purple eyes that had a vertically slit demonic pupil, obsidian black skin, black hair, and a demonic tail swaying behind her. She wore her leather and adamantine reinforced armor, with her usual curved daggers by her sides, making her look simultaneously both beautiful and deadly, particularly with how she was smirking at them. Surprise you? You throw over 100 soldiers at us in the final wave, plus 10 healers, 3 magi, and a 7-headed hydra, Tadric protested weakly. I'm amazed we managed to get through it without serious injuries. If all the casters had shown up at the same time, we'd have been ripped apart. I doubt that. Rue would have summoned Luminous for fire support, and things would have gotten hot for a little while, but I'm sure you'd have pulled through. You're awfully good at that, Ezreal said, giving a wicked smile. Besides, what sort of test doesn't push you to your limits? I believe that only when pushed to the brink does someone show their true worth. I obviously didn't push you hard enough, but alas, it's too late now. Since the test has to be the same for all of those attempting your test, it's just as well you didn't make it more difficult, Master Mara interjected dryly, the bald teacher shaking his head in disbelief. I doubt most squads of military magi could pass your test, let alone a group half that size who are fresh graduates. Then they need to improve, don't they? Ezreal replied, arching an eyebrow skeptically. If they were as good as my students, Selwyn wouldn't have the problems that it currently faces. Fortunately, I did spend a couple of years improving your soft academy. I doubt it'll last. If it doesn't, it won't be for a lack of effort on the headmaster's part. From what he's said, it's entirely probable we won't be able to find a professor who reaches your standards. Grandmaster Cora chimed in, the blue-haired teacher giving Ezreal an exasperated look. While I'm not particularly fond of your methods, particularly how blasé you are about injuries, I admit they have impressive results. Korima cleared her throat, drawing the gazes of the teachers to her. The red-haired kitsune's ears pivoted back and forth, but kept her voice merely hopeful as she spoke. Even so, how did we do, Ezreal? Even if we passed, that doesn't give us proper feedback. Did I improve? All of them straightened in their chairs, watching the Alyssa hopefully. The last couple of years under her tutelage had been punishing, but they'd improved by leaps and bounds, relatively speaking. Ezreal was quiet for a moment, then she sheathed her dagger, rising to her feet smoothly and taking a step so she was in front of Korima.